Greetings, watchers of the Marvel Multiverse. Welcome back to the Marvelous Wave, and today we have an interesting update concerning the She-Hulk series and one of the first ever MCU villains to appear on the big screen, Emil Blonsky's The Abomination, who recently made his resurgence in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, after over a 10-year hiatus from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Today though, we have a big update of when of course Emil Blonsky will be appearing again, as well as some story details revolving around The Abomination. So be sure to stay tuned in the video to learn more. First, we're giving away an Iron Spider helmet as well as a Spider-Man figure. If you're interested in winning some of those, all you have to do is like our video, subscribe, turn on notifications, and then follow the rest of the rules in the description. Now friends, let's get into the update. The Abomination is one of the most fearsome Marvel villains that we've ever seen, able to contend with the might of the Incredible Hulk. The Hulk though, who ultimately bested him at the end of his 2008 solo film. Since then, the Abomination has presumably been in prison. However, Tim Roth, who played the Abomination all the way back in 2002, has recently signed on the cast for She-Hulk, and it was confirmed several months back that the Abomination would in fact be a major player in the She-Hulk series. Today though, we have an even bigger update on the character, that being that the Abomination will in fact appear in human form in the She-Hulk show, and that it will presumably not be a flashback sequence. So what exactly does this mean? As in the comic books, as well as in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Emil Blonsky appears to be in this Abomination form permanently. So what exactly has changed? Well, first let's look at the origins of the Abomination. The origins of the Abomination begin when there is a variation of the super soldier serum given to Emil Blonsky in order for him to contend more effectively with the Hulk. After this doesn't do the case, he ultimately decides to inject himself with some of the Hulk's blood, hoping to transform him into a creature that can contend with the Incredible Hulk and his raw strength. Something that does actually come to fruition, but does result in an Abomination. However, we did get hints at this in the Legend of the Ten Rings that this transformation may not actually be permanent. But it doesn't come in any sequence involving the Abomination, but rather Bruce Banner the Incredible Hulk, who as we last saw in Avengers Endgame was stuck in this Hulk form, or as Banner puts it, a perfect merging of the Hulk and the Banner identity into one Professor Hulk. However, as Banner appears in the post-credits scene in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, he is back in his human form, meaning that somehow Banner has figured out how to reduce himself back into his human form, and no longer remain in this Professor Hulk identity that we saw at the end of Endgame. While there are a ton of theories as to exactly why this is, something that I think is reasonable to deduce is that Banner did actually want to revert back into his human form. We also recently learned, thanks to comments from Marvel, that Professor Hulk, or Bruce Banner, is in fact in his laboratory at the end of Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, meaning that he's likely been experimenting with the Hulk now that the Avengers have seemingly disbanded. But what exactly are we getting at here? Well, what we're getting at is that if Bruce Banner can do this to himself and essentially cure himself and revert back to human form, he can likely do the exact same thing with the Abomination and Emil Blonsky, which is why Emil Blonsky is apparently going to appear in human form in the She-Hulk series, and will no longer be the Abomination, or at least will know how to control the Abomination personality slightly more efficiently. But anyway, my friends, what are your guys' thoughts on this? What are your thoughts on the fact that Emil Blonsky, the Abomination, will be appearing in human form in the She-Hulk series? Do you like this idea and this concept? And are you excited to see the second return of the Abomination, after his screen time in Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings was around 30 seconds? Anyway, my friends, I would love to hear your thoughts and theories on this in the comments down below. Again, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to assemble and join our team. Also, don't forget to enter the giveaway, and I hope you all have a phenomenal day.